What's up, everybody? Make sure you carve out some time soon to stop by the Doodle Drive-in on East Steels Corners Road in Cuyahoga Falls. You, your fur baby, and your friends can grab some food and soak up some spins and good conversation up in the fenced-in outdoor dining area. It's super great. The Doodle Drive-in is on a mission to bring people together through food, community, and animals. We had a great time there. It was super duper clean, great open spaces, and Craig Elo even made a new best friend. Everyone, meet Ben Franklin.
Hey, you took the line. Folks, we got a red dot. Welcome back to Akron's and 330's hottest and fastest growing network. And here we are at the high school football show. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. I'm your host, I guess, Hank.
Yeah, hey, your host.
Coming to you live with
Matt Magaw.
Yeah. All right. So PTI uses fill-in Frank. Well, I'm fill-in Hank.
What?
All right. So typically, Mike Voorhees uses this chair to bring you all of the high school football results and all of the new information coming up for that week in and week out. And Mike is away on assignment this weekend. So I've been tagged, I've been tapped on the shoulder to fill in for Mike.
Well, we had last year. Last year you came on.
I did come on once.
St. B. Hoban.
I wasn't the host though.
No, but you filled in.
This is this is more pressurized.
No, it's not. It's the same.
All right. So
we've only got a couple of followers, so you're only upsetting like 12 people.
All right, that's fine. All right. So first off, let's start with the feature, the kid. Every week you guys feature a student athlete.
Yes.
Okay. And this week, the chosen one was from Revere High School. His name is Zach Aleknowitz.
How do you pronounce that so fluidly?
That's Aleknowitz, because I'm a mutt. I've been over this many years ago. I told
you just
everybody.
Knew that.
I'm Polish, Italian, German, Delaware Indian, and English. Right?
Not even wow.
I'm just a mutt. But the point is, I've learned. And in the DJ business, you got to learn how to pronounce names. Right?
Fair enough.
So in this case, I actually called the school.
Oh, there it is. I knew there had to be something.
And I'm like, how do you say it right? Okay, so Zach Aleknowitz. So Zach is number 34. He plays running back and linebacker. We got a lot of two-way players.
Yes, that
we're featuring this year. His stats: he's got 285 yards currently rushing on 36 carries with 4 touchdowns, and he's got 346 all-purpose yards. So obviously, he must catch out of the backfield too. Or maybe he does punts or stuff. I don't know. We'd have to check.
I think the best part's coming up, personally.
All right. So his best game was against Cuyahoga Falls this year. He's a member of the National Honor Society.
There it is. There's one.
He's got a 4.2 GPA.
There's the second.
And he plans to attend college to study mechanical engineering.
What?
And continue playing football.
Were you thinking about mechanical engineering when you were in high school?
I was a physics guy.
Okay.
I did like.
Right. Maybe you were. Maybe it's just me.
I did enjoy physics, and I ended up going this path of science.
All right.
But at the same time, I mean, if you already know that, then that limits in terms of what schools. Yeah, I mean, this kid's like destined, like that's like a Duke guy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
When you're thinking good at football and mechanical engineering, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, so that is Zach Aleknowitz.
That's shout out to Zach.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna try the last name, but Zach definitely putting up some nice numbers. I like the academics. I like the I'm a big off the field kind of person.
Well, 4.2, he's got to be doing something, right?
100%. That's not by accident. So
back in my playing days, not football, but soccer. I feel like Al Bundy.
You're going to correlate the other football.
I always got better grades during the season.
Really?
Because you're more dialed in, you're more focused. You have study tables, you have group meetings, that kind of stuff.
I had just bad grades, so you could probably just figure out. I don't think I was dialed in at all. I prepared for football games like I prepare for this show. I just kind of showed up and here I am.
All right, so segue.
Is that a segue?
No. So if you want your student athlete mentioned, you know what? I'm gonna have to go to the glasses on this one. Okay, give me a second here. Hold on,
Mike. I miss you.
All right. Well, these are my cheaters, right? All right. So, readers, cheaters, whatever you want to call them. All right. If you want your student athlete mentioned on the 3:30 to Go High School Football Show, all you have to do, it's real easy. You just fill out a Google document. And they share it in the group page. And who knows, we could be talking about your favorite athlete next week. All right.
Super easy.
So they do that. Again, they change it up each week. And again, it was shout out once again to Revere's standout, Zach Aleknowitz.
So last week was like a blob week in a sense because nobody picked up any ground in the pick'ems. Everybody went 4-1.
Okay.
And me and Mike moved to 20-10, and the fans are 19-11. So still one back.
Okay.
So do you know who won the games?
Yeah, I do. So
no, I don't. I was gonna cheat. I was gonna actually have you pick them and see if you'd even pick the.
No. Oh,
you already saw it?
No, I haven't. No,
okay,
no, I
cheated.
I didn't do
if it was Bookdale Elliott, who'd have you picked?
I would have Bookdale Elliott.
Yes,
I would have probably picked Bookdale.
Okay, you win.
Okay,
Cloverleaf Streetsboro.
I probably would have picked Cloverleaf.
You lost.
Okay,
Rootstown Aquinas.
Probably would have picked Aquinas.
You lost again.
Okay,
and then South Range in Poland.
I would have gone with South Range.
You'd have won.
Okay,
now Walsh. St. V.
Well, do I care?
Okay, here we go. Now you're starting to realize why you're on the show today.
I would think that Walsh probably won that game.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went to that game.
Okay.
It was well, first of all, the game of the week, South Range, that's a huge win for them. They pick it up 21-7, but Poland was undefeated. We had a chance to interview both coaches last week. Me and Mike both took Poland because they were giving up like 5 points a game. Obviously, South Range went in there, took care of business, and handled that 21-7.
Now, is South Range the reigning state champion?
Division 5.
Yeah, so that's the team that's in Canfield, but it's not called, because I called it Canfield South last year by accident.
Yes.
And everybody's like, no.
They're two separate.
Can't do that.
Canfield's Canfield, South Range is South Range. Two different high schools.
But then they both won their state championships
in Route
in the
11,
same weekend.
And Route 11 was on fire over there, man.
I just remember I'm like, okay, like whatever, like both teams are coming home at the same time. I go,
it's gonna be rowdy.
I'm like, where are they gonna eat? Like, who goes out to eat that night, right?
Whatever restaurant was within the tracking distance of both of those schools getting back home, you guys got bombarded that night. That was a party for sure out east. Cloverleaf kind of takes a big L to Streetsboro, 49-7. Same thing with Bookdale and Elliott, kind of what we all picked. Everyone picked Bookdale last week, but yeah, that Walsh game was tough for St. V. And this week,
so hold on. So who do you even know who or what you are anymore? Like, what are you?
Me?
You?
What
like,
do you mean?
You've got to be living in a land of confusion right now.
Wow.
Okay.
Here we go.
Now hold on.
This is what I've been waiting for.
Hold on. Let me get this straight.
The gloves are coming.
No. Let's get the facts straight.
Okay. All right.
Now you're a resident in Green.
Okay.
Kids went to Green, right?
Yes.
So
still do.
Yeah. So you're
still paying tax dollars out there.
So here's Mr. Matt, who's part part of the big green community, right? And
I don't necessarily
hold
know
on.
if they
So I
wanna claim
guarantee
me.
you're in all your little Facebook green groups for your moms
No.
and your neighborhood next
No,
door
but
watches.
that green
and all
moms
that
don't
stuff.
mess with that.
I'm just saying
That's
that
a hot. Ooh.
this is your community that you live in, that you're part of, right?
Yes.
But then you're a St. B alumni, alumnus.
I think you're
did
getting.
you see? I got checked on that, whether the word is alumni or alumnus or alum.
No.
Yeah, when I posted about the Hoban kid that scored against for Tremont, when
Chip.
Tremont, when Chip scored against for OSU, he's a Hoban alum.
Went to Arizona State.
Well, I called him an alumni, right? And then everyone went crazy on me. Like, you're using the wrong word.
What? What is it? Alumnus?
I guess it's alum if it's one, or alumnus if it's one. But if it's alumni, it's plural. I don't know.
That's like TO and TOO. I'm not gonna learn it. I'm not gonna.
But I'm like, I got my chops busted. But you're a St. V alumnus. Okay.
Very good. Okay.
But now you got a kid at Walsh.
Yeah.
So you're like, you have no idea. Like you're in total identity crisis.
No loyalty, just shots fired.
We'll do it live.
You just make it up as you go.
I'm flying by the seat of my pants. We enjoyed Green. Green was nice.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I mean, academics, man.
I understand.
You know what I mean? And that's not to put down anything. So it's such a weird line. This is probably the reason that Green doesn't like to talk to us at all. But anyways, now I feel like, have I clocked in here? Like, I feel like I should be laying on a bed. And this is like,
Hoban doesn't either, but we won't bring that up.
I would have went to Hoban. I could have sent him to Hoban. They didn't want him either. No, I'm just joking. So yeah, we're out there. Walsh. She's playing freshman. Freshman played last night. Hoban's freshman. It was 6-6 at halftime, and then it turned into 35-12.
Okay.
So Hoban's ability, and this is trucked was exactly the word. Here's exactly what I think it'll be even for tonight, because that is the game of the week.
Yeah,
is obviously the two varsities going at it. I saw with the freshmen, their formula is they get some big kids in there and they just lean on you.
Yeah,
like passing, they did well, but at the end of the day, they ran the ball easily $150 to 200 on us.
All right,
and that's what worries me, maybe potentially about even tonight as we get into talking about that.
Let's get into it, right? So here's our information that we got on tonight's game of the week, which we got. I'm going to the glasses again.
Okay.
Walsh is 6-0.
Yes.
They're undefeated. They're going to undefeated Hoban.
Yes.
Okay, 5-0. All right. Battle of the Unbeaten is also known as the Holy War. Walsh comes in winners of 6 straight. They knocked off St. V last week 43-13. The Warriors are averaging 47 points per game, only allowing 16. They're led by seniors Noah Brock Sherman, and John Keogh.
Yep.
Their defense is its strength. Keller Moten, is the QB.
Junior.
This team has size and speed to compete with anyone. All right. On the Hoban side, winners of 5 straight. They had a bye week last week. Hoban averages 39 points a game and only allows less than 5 per game. Most points allowed this season was 12 against Erie Cathedral Prep in week 2. The Knights have back-to-back shutouts against Akron East and St. Ignatius. Devin Bell, Jordan Pritchard Sewell, and Ricky Williams lead the Knights defense. Hoban has made it to the championship weekend the last 2 seasons. The Knights are senior loaded again and have all the speed, strength, and talent a team can have. By the way, these are notes from Mike Voorhees, okay? Just giving him that credit. Tyler Boykin is the QB. Left to fill the shoes of Mr. Football, Ohio, Lamar Sperling will be Xavier Williams, Kylan Osby, is that how you say it? And Caleb Jones. The offense is going to pound the rock behind their stellar O-line, which you just pointed out, all right? Exactly. To quote Ric Flair, to be the man, you've got to beat the man. Hoban is that man. Daddy, mama, here comes that man. All right? The game is all the ingredients for a defensive battle to be won in the trenches, and we can't wait to see that outcome. Now, let's talk about Mom Day.
Yes, so like this whole week, it is now flipped,
okay,
which to me, I think is exciting because for every kids that are at Walsh, you're getting all that energy from Hoban.
Sure.
And I got to admit, that is the one thing that I will say that they really do a nice job with the student body of what they get into and how the seniors, I think, locked in last night, correct?
Yeah.
And they were out there this morning at like 7 a.m. shushing everybody.
Yeah.
So if, technically, since you're a Hoban alum, you should not talk. You're not supposed to talk, technically.
Right.
So you've officially.
Good luck me not talking.
Exactly. Well, I took a shot at it.
Here's the thing, right? And again, we all grew up and we morph.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm a Hoban alumni, alumnus.
Alumnus.
Okay. but now I'm part of the Firestone cluster. My kids have all gone to Firestone. So, Miller South, Firestone. So I've got a junior volleyball player on varsity at Firestone, right? So it's like as we grow up, we change our allegiances a little bit. Okay,
yep. You're segueing back into how I'm lost.
But when you
traveling around Northeastern Ohio.
But when you talk about Mom Day, for those of you that aren't familiar with the Hoban tradition of Mom Day, all right. So the way that works is like Matt mentioned, the night before, the seniors are given an opportunity. They come in and they decorate the gym. They decorate the whole school.
Stacked out.
But the gym itself. Now this tradition started, I believe, back when Coach Carabulad was coach at Hoban, which was right before I started going there in the late 80s. And he ended up passing away, and they ended up continuing that tradition. Okay. So you walk into the school, like you said, you don't talk all day. All right. Some of the classes, they'll allow, teachers will talk and stuff or whatever.
But just as explode when the drums start.
But they play the time song.
Yeah.
That ding 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 ding, and then it starts with the Hoban cheer.
And this is the one you invented.
Not Coach Carabulad and that group did. Okay, before we continued it on. Okay,
did you not create a cheer though?
I did create a cheer. I did. It was myself and Herman Sfera and Jenny Lee.
I remember this last year.
It was
I think I told you I wanted
ANKNIGACS. Oh yes, and we are the best. And you're dancing to the side and everything. It was
do that again.
No, come on, man.
One more time.
It was HOBANKNIGHTS. Oh yes,
that has the rhythm of like the Mickey Mouse Club theme song.
So the point is, the end of the day is the big pep rally before you leave to go to the game, and you walk in the gym. It's still quiet. They play that time song, and then the cheerleaders start and they say, "Give me an H," and it's the loudest thing.
It's loud.
It is the loudest thing that you hear, like ever. It sounds like you're inside of a compressed subwoofer.
See,
the place just goes.
Why?
Boom.
Why couldn't you have gotten us in there? See,
I'm not connected anymore.
You're not connected.
I mean, I went to school with TK. I know TK, but he was older than me.
They wouldn't even talk. They don't like me.
Yeah, I know. We ain't bringing that up.
I guess not.
We ain't bringing that up.
I wish. Well, yeah.
You did have a fantastic interview with the coach from Walsh.
That's hey. There's the reason.
And here's the thing. We love that you guys are doing that. You and Mike are getting these opportunities to speak to all these coaches, and it really is showing the public like who they are, like as people, and how they think in general. Yeah. And I mean, the personalities have been amazing, and the information that they provide is also. This is high school, right? You think, okay, it's just high school. Now these guys are like just fountains of information, just fountains.
I think when I get the opportunity to interview them, I don't want to ask the same. I mean, I ask that same, like, what's your superstition? Just because that's them. Like, I think as a coach, you don't ever want to say anything wrong. You want to be in positive light. So you kind of get the exact same, like, how's your season going? Well, it's having ups and downs.
Right.
And we're trying to go through trials and tribulations. That to me kind of just gets, Who are they? What do they do? Like, they're no different than you and I, except that they get to stand out there on Friday night and have 1,000 people second guess them and tell them
2,000.
Is it
2,000? Maybe 3. Maybe. I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. Well, yeah, and then you get judged on everything you do. So I think it's fun to be able to do that, and I think that every coach that's done it, you're taking an opportunity to talk about your program, who you are, and your community. Why would you not take that opportunity? So, Coach Alexander, I obviously I've had the opportunity to speak to him before. My son absolutely loved him as a coach. That's really one of the other reasons that we liked when he went to Walsh. So I like what Coach Alexander's doing. I like what they're building, because at the end of the day, Hoban is the pinnacle of Summit County, and that's what everybody looking into this. I mean, tonight, I can already cheat and say, we do that pick'ems, and like everyone's picking Hoban, and I get it. I get it, but I think what Walsh is building though, it's coming. Yeah. Does that make sense? And I think a lot of it starts in that weight room, and it ties back to what I was starting to say about the linemen. And that's where Hoban just gets those kids in the strength and conditioning, and it takes off.
Well, and I go and I look at the top teams in the state again.
Yes.
And it's like I'm reading the same story. Okay. You got Avon, Massillon, Winton Woods,
Eds.
And Hoban. And
Eds is in there.
They're all right there.
Exactly.
And it's like year in and year out. And that's where this show came from.
Yes.
This show came from me just stumbling around like an idiot covering the Hoban and Massillon playoff games, right?
Yeah.
And then they're like, we got to do a show about it. And now here you guys are, right?
Oh,
and
I guess I'm supposed to think. This is Hank's show, just in case you all know.
That is not what I said. I didn't know what I was doing. That is I'm going to the glasses.
I'm teasing.
I'm going back to the glasses.
But no, it's nice to be able to sit down and talk and like put out what's going on, because Northeastern Ohio produces some amazing football players.
Yep.
I mean, the opportunities,
athletes in general.
Oh, it's a different game. It's such a different game.
Football, and again, I obviously I pay attention and cover a lot of soccer too, and Northeast Ohio is always highly ranked in all levels of soccer.
Yeah.
And then of course, like we're 2 minutes away from Woodridge's dominant cross country and track program, right? I mean, they're right up the road here.
Everywhere. Some really strong.
All right, so let's talk pick'ems.
Yep.
All right, so here we go to week 7.
We got Mike's in, so we don't need to.
So Mike's
already down the bottom.
Do I just read him as we go?
We can go through. So we got Perry, who's 3-3, taking on. That's Perry Maslin.
Okay.
Taking on North Canton Hoover.
Okay.
Perry's beating Canton Central Catholic, Euclid, Louisville, and their losses are, I believe, St. V and McKinley. Well, Mike
and Jackson.
And Jackson. All right.
Okay. And
Hoover beat Bookdale by, I think, 6 in the first week. Louisville, and then their losses are at Hudson, Glen Oak, McKinley. So they got an even one there with McKinley, where they both lost. But I think McKinley has the opportunity, and we'll talk about them as an honorary mention. They have the ability to end up winning the Federal probably.
All right. So who do you got for that?
I'm taking North Canton. Mike's taking North Canton, and the fans are taking North Canton.
Okay, so there we go. 3 for Canton Hoover.
And what were you taking?
I'll just be different. Go Maslin Perry.
Perry?
Yep, I'll go Perry.
All right. Okay.
All right. So next game is Canton South and Triway. Canton South is undefeated at 6-0, and Triway is 2-4. Canton South has Poochie Snyder and a loaded offense and defense, and Triway has lost to West Holmes, Highland, Fairless, and CBCA, and they got wins against Tuslaw and Waynedale.
I can't go against that Poochie Snyder.
No,
he's been a nice quarterback all year. Fans did the same.
Canton South across the board.
4. That's all right.
Okay.
That's all of us.
Next, we got Aurora and Talmadge. Aurora is 5-1. Talmadge is 2-4. Aurora's only loss is to Riverside, and Talmadge beat Ellett and Revere and lost to Highland, Barberton, Green, and Broadview Heights. I'll stick with Aurora.
Yeah. Make that all 4 of us again across the board.
Wadsworth 5-1 plays. Ooh, this is a good one. All right. So Wadsworth is only losses to Medina. They're 5-1, and they beat Hudson last week 19-13. Nordonia is rolling. They got a solid offense and defense once again this year. That's the Nordonian Knights, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Right up Route 8.
Yep. Right up Route 8. And so I'm going to go with Nordonia.
Wow. Mike's taking Nordonia too. The fans took Wadsworth.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the fans.
Oh, Nelly.
I like what Wadsworth did last week. They beat, they went out there and shocked, why am I buying? Hudson.
Okay.
Hudson
Okay.
Last week. It's 1913. I remember we were doing the recap and I saw that. And Wadsworth, I mean, they were right there in that Medina game as well. So it's interesting. I mean, that'll be a tough game, period. I could see it going either way.
Our honorable mention, we'll skip to that quick, and that's 5-1 Lake at 5-1 McKinley. The winner could be poised to take the Federal League title here. McKinley's lost to Avon. They've won 4 straight. And Lake's losses to Alliance, and they've won 5 straight.
McKinley.
I'm going to stick with my classmate and Hoban alum, Coach Dan DeGeorge, and I'm going to roll with Lake High School.
This whole show is about devotion.
Go Blue Streaks, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, McKinley's just been rolling.
All right.
God, have they been rolling.
And now we're here at our game of the week, where 6-0 Walsh drives across town to 5-0 Hoban.
Walsh Jesuit.
Okay, so now we're going to compare which
we'll do it live.
Which Catholic group runs which school.
The emblem's right behind us, and there's a J involved. So I mean,
I think I grew up Catholic, and I should know the answer to this question. But is there a difference between Jesuits and Brothers of Holy Cross? I think there is, but it's very subtle.
Yes, and right? I'm not even going to try to put my foot.
No, I don't know. I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer.
But I do know that there is a significant difference. Like Jesuit also ties in with like Saint Ignatius and all that. Yep. So there's definitely the Jesuit way is something I'm learning.
Okay.
So I really don't understand it. I'm not going to lie. Because I went to St. V. I mean,
whoa.
Yeah.
You just third classed yourself right there.
My
What did you just do?
That is not what I
just
meant by that.
on air. You just ranked Hoban and Walsh above St. V.
Well, I mean, if you're going off of the
just by your
scores,
tone.
if you're going off the scores,
Just by your tone.
Hoban won't even play St. V.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could go there if you want. I mean, we are. How many worms are we putting on this show running around?
Yeah,
that's more than a can.
That's all you did was come on here just to open this.
That's
up
more than a can of worms.
Create a mess, and the show's been canceled after week 7.
Oh my goodness! We're gonna get 3 phone calls on Monday morning from all 3 schools. They'll be like, we saw your show on Friday.
It's got to stop. But
all right, here we go. Who you got? Game of the week.
Game of the week.
All right. So again, not only is this a huge game, and it's Monday, and it's the Holy War, and it's Summit County.
Yeah.
But it's got huge ramifications on playoff ramifications.
Yes.
In terms of the way these teams will be seeded going into the playoffs, it's a big deal. So
this is the first meeting. I think they meet again.
Okay.
So tonight, I'm taking Walsh.
Okay.
If anything I learned from today is I have to have some little bit of itty bounce of loyalty. Okay. So little bit. So absolutely taking Walsh because I don't want to piss them off.
All right.
Anyways, with that being said, I want to see how Walsh responds from last year to this year. And the big thing is, again, I keep going is to the weight room. And I seen firsthand what they're doing with their off season and the weight room they built. I think actually, in all honesty, their weight room is nicer than the one that Hoban. But I mean, Hoban built that 5 years ago, something like that. But Hoban's established in the sense of these kids come in and they just put them to work. And by the time they get to their senior year, I mean, their offensive line is stacked. And there's offensive linemen, and then they don't play defensive line. Does that make sense? Like you mentioned early in the show, you got a lot of two-way players. Hoban does not. And the ones that they do are the impact players that you just can't take off the field. So
who are the fans taking?
Oh, the fans have Hoban. It was a rough turn. It was like 20%. It wasn't one of those where I was like, can we kind of call it? No, it was. I think everybody anticipates Hoban to win, but I secretly think there's people in Summit County that everyone always likes to see the giant fall.
Mike's got Hoban.
Why are we even trying to push this?
And I'm taking Hoban Knights, baby, tonight for the win. We got a fast track tonight. We got a little bit of rain. It's going to be about 60 degrees at game time. We got perfect.
Are you going?
Perfect. No, I got other stuff to do.
You said that so hard.
It's my wife's.
No,
it's my wife's birthday.
No,
just
remember that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's a perfect track. It's going to be a little bit of rain, maybe on and off. But I got the Knights running away with this. I got the Knights winning this. Ready?
Wow.
34-14.
No.
34-14. I'm calling a big score from Hoban.
Can we do that? Can we do that spread? That's a spread of 21
on Monday.
I'll take 21.
I ain't betting.
Why?
I don't bet on the Browns or anybody I love ever. Those are the rules.
So
all right, here we go, baby. Monday. Stay quiet. Have fun, Hoban Knights. It's your night, baby. It's your night. He's going with Walsh. He has to.
Have to. Apparently, I'm going to be there tonight.
Well, you have fun, and
thank you.
And it's again tonight's going to be a glorious night for football. We're right in that sweet spot where it's not too cold yet. It's starting to cool down. It's hoodie weather. It's apple cider weather, and fall is afoot.
The other thing that we are going to do, just so everyone pays attention, on the group page, we're putting out the polls.
Okay.
But we're going to allow the fans to be able to pick the game of the week and our other 4 pick them. So I'm going to lay out a bunch of games. If people want to write in and add them in, that's perfectly fine. But we're going to go ahead and do that and let the fans pick all of week 9. Okay. And then obviously we'll do the pick'ems during that show that week. So look out for that post. That post will be coming out in the next day or so.
All right. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for being a part of our network experience. And thank you for following high school football, which is why we're here discussing all this today, just for you guys. All right. That's all I got. I think you and I did good.
Yeah.
I think we did good. We're okay.
Yeah. We're
okay. It's group therapy.
It's over. The fees can stop. $75. Get off the couch.
That's all I got. Take care, folks. Have a good night, everybody. And everybody out there, say good night, Shirley.